Hey everybody, I just wanted to put out a quick video talking about what KickVic is and why you should support Vic Mignogna in his legal battle to save his career. I'll try to keep it brief, but here's everything you need to know about the KickVic situation. Vic Mignogna is well known for his role as Edward Elric in the series Full Metal Alchemist. He recently received a lot of press for his reprisal as Broly in the film Dragon Ball Super, Broly, where he delivers a much more in-depth performance of the raging legendary Saiyan. He also created a fan-made Star Trek series called Star Trek Continues, which is available for free on YouTube, and features voice actor Todd Haberkorn as Spock and Mythbusters' own Grant Imahara as Sulu. He's also known to be very extroverted. He's been a big draw to con-goers at various anime conventions, and openly hugs and embraces fans as they swarm him, and ask for his autograph or a photo. Many more introverted fans have complained about this behavior online, but mostly this has been disregarded as introversion and shyness in a public setting. Vic has a long track record of being incredibly friendly and a kind person. He was recorded defending congoers from a group of evangelical protesters outside of a convention. As a Christian himself, he used the gospel to turn their argument on their head. He also defends homosexual fans during this confrontation. During the entire incident, he never gets angry or shouts, but remains calm and compassionate. It's incredibly hard to find any reason to hate such an openly sympathetic person. But some people find a way. On January 17th, a YouTuber named MarsGirl made a couple tweets calling for Funimation to drop Vic Mignogna for sexual misconduct. She started the hashtag KickVic, and soon a whole flurry of progressive Twitter users pushed the hashtag to trending. It got to the point where VAs in the industry, possibly jealous of Vic's popularity, started to report and tweet about him to different people. Monica Rial, the voice of Bulma in Dragon Ball, supposedly reported Vic and pestered Funimation about having Vic removed from the company. Vic had also been hired as the VA for Crow Bronwyn in Rooster Teeth's hit series RWBY. However, Monica had recently been hired by Rooster Teeth as well, for a new series called Gen Lock. We'll come back to that in a moment. On January 21st, 2019, Mignogna posted a statement on Twitter denying the accusations, and asked for forgiveness if any fans felt he had been too comfortable around them. At no point does he target and harass anybody claiming anything, but asks for his friends to accept his apology and to hopefully repair the friendship that they had just torn apart. It seems odd that Monica of all people came out so harsh against Vic, considering she had been seen so close and happy with Vic at the Broly launch party and at plenty of other conventions in the past. On February 5th, 2019, Rooster Teeth published an announcement that Mignogna was no longer a part of the cast of the show RWBY, and that the company was ending all associations with Mignogna. Now, Vic was brought onto the cast by the series creator Monty Ohm, who passed away a few years ago. Miles and Carey, the new showrunners, have definitely taken the show in a much more progressive direction. And with Monica being hired by Rooster Teeth for the new animated show, likely received word from her about her disdain for Vic. They likely used the Twitter mob's anger towards Vic as an excuse to cut him from the show, using the situation to further virtue signal. Many Rooster Teeth voice actors and Miles Owen himself would come out on Twitter publicly denouncing Vic, some even insulting fans who support him. Not long afterwards, on February 11th, 2019, Funimation announced that Vic would be recast in his shows and will no longer involve Vic in future productions. The Twitter page would later tweet that the company does not support people who would publicly harass others online, which is sort of ironic considering Vic expressly asked people not to attack anyone, and Monica Rial is the one who's promoted Twitter mobs to attack fans supporting Vic. On February 19th, the YouTube lawyer Nick Rekieta created a GoFundMe with the permission of Vic to help pay for legal fees so that Vic can fight for his career through legal action. Any extra money left over would be given to the local Salvation Army domestic abuse shelter. This GoFundMe is directly deposited to the law firm hired by Vic. Neither Rekieta or Vic have any access to these funds, despite what many KickVicers would have you believe. For the next couple of weeks, the Twitter battle raged on, and Monica's fiancé, Ron Toye, would make one of over 400 tweets targeted at Vic. This one claiming that Vic lawyering up is a defensive move, because he knows that he has, quote-unquote, skeletons he has hidden that are coming back to haunt him. And then, there was the tweet heard round the web. Ty Beard, Vic's attorney, sent out his very first tweet in response to Ron Toye. "We will be in touch." On March 4th, Nick Rekieta would host one of his many weekday live streams. but this time with the man himself, Ty Beard. They would discuss Vic's case and put forward why they knew they had a decent argument for Vic. They would have another live stream on the 20th, where they would discuss Vic's removal and then re-invitation to KickVic, the Dragon Ball convention which, under pressure by Monica Rial and Chris Sabat, removed Vic from the invitations. After being re-invited, Sabat cancelled his studio tour, and Monica cancelled her appearance at the convention and made congoers drive miles away to a comic shop where she would do autographs. It was at this autograph session that a KickVic cosplayer, Dominique Sky, would acquire a guest badge for KickVic and made her way over to the convention, likely to try and interfere with Vic's autograph signing. She was caught by con security and removed from the convention center after she was found with a guest pass not meant for her. Now, Nick Rekieta would become the surrogate leader of the Istandwithvic movement, and using his legal prowess, would continue to break down why the targeted attacks by the different actors led to the case for tortious interference and defamation. This led Ron Toye to file ethics complaints against Nick to the Minnesota Bar Association, and openly invited others to do so as well. These people directly tried to get Nick disavowed because he live-streamed about legal precedent for defending Vic and destroying their own arguments. Listen, if you believe someone did something wrong and want to make a stand, that's fine, but going after someone's career because they embarrass you is unacceptable. What am I saying? This is the fiancé of the person who thought the Jelly Bean incident was sexual assault. Oh, yes, the Jelly Bean incident. We'll get into that in a second. On April 20th, Ty Beard would file the lawsuit against Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and Funimation for defamation and tortious interference against Vic Mignogna. This was no longer just some Twitter feud. Now you had an actual legal case being put forward to hopefully get Vic his career back, or at least fair compensation for its loss. Now, most sensible people would take this as a sign that perhaps continuing the Twitter war, now dubbed #WeebWars, would not be in their best interests, as Nick and Ty have publicly stated that there will be a second round of lawsuits targeting other KickVic agitators. But some didn't get the memo. Mars Girl would continue to attack the pro-Vic YouTubers putting out videos on the subject. Renfamous, another Twitter warrior, has tried getting different YouTubers doxxed, and these KickVic promoters would go to great lengths to try to take down the other side by any means necessary. That Umbrella Guy, a popular pro-Vic YouTuber, would have his daughter targeted by the KickVic NPCs. Yellow Flash would be threatened with doxing, and Vic Mignogna's mother would be insulted by Mars Girl and Ron Toye. Mars Girl has now opened up a GoFundMe to help her with her own legal fees to try to get a lawyer on retainer to go after these YouTubers for defamation. Now, public information came out about the investigation done on Mignogna. I know, you want to know about what damning information these companies must have had on Vic to fire him and start this whole legal debacle. Well, it turns out Sony, the parent company of Funimation, were the ones who did an investigation. They heard 3 stories, 2 of which are now public knowledge. One was a consensual kiss Vic had with another Funimation employee years ago. The second one was the so-called Jelly Bean story. The story goes that Monica and Vic were signing autographs at a convention. Monica, as a joke, signed a jelly bean and handed it to Vic. Vic ate it. A concerned fan asked if he was worried he was going to get poisoned. Vic replied, saying in a joking way, "I can now say I ate Monica." Joking about how he didn't eat poison, he ate his coworker. Now, taken out of context, this can seem like a sexual joke about oral fornication. But in context, you can see it as an innocent comment about how Vic didn't see his friend's signature as poison. Now, the Sony investigation will look at this evidence, and, like a sane group of people, decided to take no further action. Of course, this didn't stop Funimation from cutting ties with Vic, using the fact that there was an investigation as an excuse. A sort of, there was a trial so he's guilty despite the trial not ruling against him sort of deal. Congratulations, you're just about caught up on the KickVic situation. The lawsuit is still moving forward, and for in-depth updates on the situation you should check out Nick Rekieta's YouTube channel down in the description. He does daily live streams and covers in-depth all the new information about this lawsuit, as well as many other things involving Weeb Wars and even Comicsgate. Also, if you want shorter summations of current and new information on the case, check out the YouTube channels for That Umbrella Guy, Yellow Flash 2, and Hero Hey for more stories on #WeebWars. I hope this video helped educate you on the situation. My name's Gio, and I stand with Vic.